Let's take a look at some of the stories making the headlines in the papers today. The Guardian report on the fallout from Marc Guehi's failed move. Crystal Palace captain is apparently unhappy that chairman Steve Parish called off the deal with Oliver Glasner, unhappy the player was leaving with no replacement. And how about this in the Sun? And how he missed out on a move by just 1 minute. The 26-year-old wanted, but the paperwork was submitted to the league at 1 minute past midnight.
I think that the most important thing was, within the first 30 minutes or so, Liverpool stayed within the game. And you always felt that at some point they'd get a foothold in it. Once they got a foothold in the game and they started to dominate possession and create opportunities, it was then just the decision-making. And we've said it about Manchester City before in recent weeks, where they've been wasteful at the top end of the pitch, where they've almost tried to force a pass or it just hasn't quite fallen the way you'd want it to. Happens in football. But they stayed within the game and took their opportunities. I just felt that Liverpool, sometimes this season, there's been games where they afford too many opportunities to oppositions in the way that they play. And this was one. Whereas against Manchester City last week, they didn't really give Man City too many opportunities, too many clear-cut ones. Whereas yesterday there was too many against Man United, which was probably very frustrating to Jurgen Klopp. But the mentality playing at Old Trafford, you could sense that they knew it was.
I don't think they would have gone for Marc Guehi if they hadn't had those injury problems with Guardiola and Diaz as well. I think that's why they've decided to accelerate this move for a centre-back. But it just shows you, the amount of money that Liverpool have spent last summer as well. Manchester City have spent quite a lot, although Pep Guardiola is very sensitive when anybody talks about their spending. He always talks about the net spend is actually not that big, so we have to respect that. But it just shows you, when Pep Guardiola picks up the phone and calls you and makes a case for why he wants you, it's very, very difficult for players to say no, even when they know that they could wait until the summer for clubs like Liverpool, Bayern Munich or Arsenal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's it. What's so funny about all of this is, I think, 5-6 months ago, we were sat on this sofa and we were chatting about how Marc Guehi was in a black cab. He was outside, waiting to do his Liverpool medical, all that type of stuff. Do you think Liverpool are looking at this as a huge kind of missed opportunity?
Do you know what? I don't think so, because I think if Liverpool really, really wanted him in the summer, they would have got him. The information we always got from Crystal Palace was that Liverpool were quite sort of blasé about it. Because they spent all this money on forward players, and then at the last minute, they made an offer for Marc Guehi, and it was a kind of take it or leave it offer. I think actually Crystal Palace officials had to go up to Liverpool at the Community Shield and speak to their opposite numbers and say, look, what's going on with Marc Guehi? We heard you're interested. When are you going to make an offer? Are you going to make an offer for him? Because we need to know where we stand.
In a stunning turn of events, Crystal Palace captain Marc Guehi has reportedly turned down Manchester City at the very last minute to join Liverpool FC. Sources say Guehi's medical is already underway, confirming the transfer is almost complete. The 23-year-old defender's decision has sent shockwaves across the Premier League, leaving City fans in disbelief and Anfield faithful celebrating a potential defensive masterstroke. Guehi's choice raises questions: was it Liverpool's ambitious project, manager Arne Slot's vision, or the chance to become a defensive leader that swayed him? Regardless, this dramatic move could have massive implications for the title race, giving Liverpool a serious boost at the back just when it matters most.